Alright, what's going on, guys? It is Ghost, and today I'm bringing you my Titan build. I said in the last video that I was making a Titan build, or I had a Titan build, and this is that build. Now, it's a variation of the Prismatic Titan build that was available in the final shape. This is similar, but it's not the same. Whereas that took advantage of the Syntheseps and the Inmost Light exotic class item, this build takes advantage of the Pyregale gauntlets. Probably one of my favorite solar exotic arms in the game for Titan, at least. Yeah, the new ones are fun, but I like these. Now, what it does is it allows your Consecration and your Burning Maul to create flame cyclones, and it turns your Burning Maul into instead of a roaming super, it's a one and done super. So before we get into the actual build itself, let's take a look. Now, it creates a flame cyclone that tracks to targets, and your super does the same thing. It creates multiple flame cyclones, 3, 4, and then they all track. And as long as you're killing stuff with the rotation, you're going to have 200 melee, you're going to have a lot of healing, you're going to have constant radiant, you're going to have constant weapon boosts. Now, let's get into the actual, what I'm actually running on character. Now in the class subclass tree, I'm running a healing grenade. Now you could run any solar grenade, but I like the healing grenade specifically. Let me get away from them. Specifically because sometimes I'm low on healing. I need to, escape with my life. Healing grenade. I use hammer strike instead of the bonk hammer for my consecration. It's really personal preference. I just like hammer strike more. I run strafe lift with rally barricade, burning maul super, your aspects soul invictus, as well as consecration, your fragments, ember of benevolence, Ember of Searing, Ember of Eruption, Ember of Char, and Ember of Torches. Now, I'm rocking a full tier 5 set. You might not have a full tier 5 set. Really doesn't matter. You really don't need a full tier 5 set. I just use it just to get as close to, 200 melee as possible. So I'm not even rocking brawler gear. Mostly I'm rocking Paragon gear just to get that extra super stat. Now, if you look, we have our Siphon mods just to continuously have orb generation going, as well as hands-on for super energy based on melee kills. Now on our arms, we got a melee font. This is what's going to keep us at 200 melee at all times. You have heavy-handed for more orb generation, and fastball, literally just a dump mod. You don't need it. Now on our chest piece, we have our resistance mod, our concussive dampener, which you can swap out for melee or sniper damage resist. It all depends on what you're going to, be using the build in, the kind of content. And then the strand ammo generation, that's just to generate ammo from Eminent Retrograde. Now on the boots, we have the invigoration as well as recuperation and the solar weapon surge. Now if you really don't want to use invigoration, you can swap on it. You can plop on another surge. Really doesn't matter. Now, time dilation does matter. You need this because this is what gives you your 200 melee stat, because it allows you to collect armor charges that last longer. So when you have this on, your armor charge will last longer. You'll have that 200 melee stat for longer. Outreach, just for more melee energy whenever you use your class ability. And then Reaper, so when you use a gun, you get kills. After you plop your class ability, you're just going to poop out orbs. And yeah, that's the build. This is what I'm rocking on my Yeartide Apex. I can swap between Incandescent or Burning Ambition. I prefer Burning Ambition just because the Scorch stacks and the ignitions on beefier targets really allow for a quicker kill, but it's personal preference. And I swap between Unwavering Duty and Whisper of the Worm. Other than that, I use Mint Retrograde in PvE, and I swap between Solemn Remembrance and my Eris Neutralizer for PvP. But I rock the same build in PvP, so we'll see. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. There's going to be a dim link for the build in the description. See you in the next one.